with over 300,000 proper drainage systems as well as adequate and accessible health services.
Na waegezaji wataweza kuzuru eneo hili, maana watalii ni wengi na watatamani kuja katika Nakuru City. Leo hii pia ninaona magari na bodaboda itaweza kuwekwa katika mpango, kama ni stage iweze kupanuliwa na iwekwe utaratibu. Kuna eneo huu utaweza kuingia. Kama kwa mfano saa hizi mahali niko, ninajihisi vizuri maana nitakuja kupumzika wakati nimechoka. Kutakuwa na eneo yenye tutakuwa tunakuja kupumzika. Kadhalika mimi najua kwa wale wasomi pia kutakuwa na mahali fulani wataweza kutengewa ili unaenda kujivinjari pale, ama wenye wanaweza kusoma pia watakuwa na maktaba maalum.
Ni watu wa real estate, mimi mwenyewe ni mmoja wao, na ningeshukuru sana kama wangekuwa wakija huku tujenge manyumba. Watu wa kukondisha manyumba ni wengi. Tuko na reka ambapo sasa tutakuwa tuna attract watu kutoka nje. Tuna uwanja wa ndege ambao sasa mtalii anaweza toka Ulaya na kuja kwa urahisi. Ukulima wetu tukumbuke wakati wa KFA, wakati wa KGGCU, wakati tulikuwa tunalima ngano, mahindi na Nakuru kujulikana kama gara la nchi nzima. Naona sasa kuna matarajio na haya yote yatarudi. Kumbuka
na tuko na lake hapa Nakuru. Sasa maendeleo nyingi tunajua tutapata hapa Nakuru na tutaendelea sana. Kama mimi mkaaji wa Nakuru, tunafanyaga biashara ya manguo hapa. Na tunajua sasa vile tumefunguliwa, wageni watakuwa wengi, wakija city na biashara zetu zitakuwa sana.
The running of EKEZA SACCO, which has been under receivership for a year, has reverted back to its members after the Commissioner of Cooperatives allowed for the election of a management committee. The SACCO will now rebrand and resume its operations after the green light from the regulator.
Under receivership over a year ago on allegations of misappropriation and political interference.
No meeting of EKEZA that was convened.
But members who had invested their monies with EKEZA SACCO have a reason to smile again after the Commissioner of Cooperatives gave a green light for the resumption of its operations. An annual general meeting elected a substantive management committee to oversee the operations of a SACCO.
And we believe once the restrictions are removed, the land will be perfected. Those who have received cash from 1 shilling to 23,000, they have received. The rest will continue receiving. And those who want to remain, continue with your vision.
The SACCO has been under the management of Jimmy Kagoni as the caretaker CEO, alongside a committee of 5 members charged with implementing a recovery strategy after the suspension of a credit and saving institution. The founder of SACCO, Bishop David Kariuki Ngare, had been surcharged 1 billion shillings and has since repaid after liquidating his property and still owes the SACCO 96 million shillings.
I can tell you for sure, and this was even listed by the newspapers the other day, kwa zile zote zilianguka, hakuna ingine hata moja inarudisha pesa. Hakuna ingine hata moja ina compensate members.
The SACCO has reimbursed its members more than 630 million shillings through cash and land compensation.
We are not winding up the SACCO. We are not winding the SACCO. The SACCO is an ongoing on concern.
Moving forward, we have looked at the books of the society and they have a potential of being revived. We don't expect this to recur. Now that they are going to face more stringent regulations under SACCO, we don't expect any more challenges in the future.
John Jacob Curia, Lunchtime News.
Moving on, hundreds of elderly people from Magarini sub-county have lamented over failure to be registered in the NAKURU program. Despite presenting themselves for the program, the elders could not be registered due to administrative delays. They are now calling on the government to come up with a more effective system. Now we shall be having that report later on. For now, we move on to Kiambu County, where needy school-going children are set to benefit from a school feeding program courtesy of Kiambu Women Representative. The initiative will see 160,000 eggs delivered weekly to public schools. The move is aimed at improving enrollment as well as promote nutrition among pupils.
According to the Kiambu Women Representative, the program will also promote education on food sustainability and supports area communities by making direct purchases of eggs from farmers.
My work is to make sure sasa, kwa sababu kuku zimeanza kutaga, hiyo mayai nianze kuinunua, nianze kutafuta soko. Na soko ya kwanza ni kutafuta mashule ambazo watoto wanahitaji kusapotiwa na nutrition, niwapatie hiyo mayai.
Maureen Wambiru, an officer with Food for Education, says the initiative will supplement school meals and act as a safety net for pupils.
So Food for Education has been providing food, that is hot, nutritious meals for children in public schools since 2014, and we have come this far to 28,000 meals per day.
And say thank you for what those people have done, because there are some people here doesn't have even that egg to eat, but you have provided to us.
Elsewhere, parents and teachers of Shangoni Primary School in Malava constituency, Kakamega, have decried the deplorable state of the school. The parents say the 1,200 people school established in 1954 risks falling apart as classrooms, toilets and roofs becoming weak over time. They noted despite the 8 classrooms put up by the CDF kitty this year, the school needs a facelift.
Juzi wakati shule yetu ilikuwa inataka kufungwa, Mheshimiwa Moses Malulu Injendi akakuja kwa emergency akatuchengea madarasa 3, lakini kuna madarasa ambaye yako karibu kuanguka. Hata msimu huu wa mvua tunashindwa ni nini kitafanyika.
The school community says the school is a disaster waiting to happen, asking the government to come to their aid.
Shule yetu karibu kuanguka. Kwa watoto wanapitia kwa madirisha na madirisha inapomoka. Sasa tunataka mtusaidie kujenga hii shule. Hata madarasa kama 10.
Yusuf Ilo, Lunchtime News.
The National Police Service has launched a road safety campaign in Malindi, Kilifi County ahead of the festive season. The Malindi traffic base is sensitizing motorists on the need to obey traffic rules and regulations to minimize accident cases in the area.
Traffic Base Commander Abubakar Mawasa, during the sensitization meeting at the Malindi main bus park, said his office, in collaboration with the road authorities, will mount extra bumps at Maziwa and Mida stages, 2 main black spots within the area.
Leo tumekuja hapa kuhamasisha watu wa bodaboda, watu wa matatu na hata abiria, kuwaeleza jinsi tunaweza kukubaliana na tushirikiane tuone nchi yetu itakuwa bila ya accident kwa hii msimu unaokuja wa Christmas na mwaka mpya.
Justin Mutano, chairman of the Matatu Owners Association in Kilifi County, say that all the 22 Matatu SACCOs will conduct road safety road shows to sensitize the community on the need to be careful while using the roads.
Fanya road show tukihamasisha watu kuhusiana mambo ya usalama. Kwa sasa gari zetu nyingi tumeziweka kwa hali nzuri, tumeelimisha madereva wetu, tumeweka mikutano madereva wetu, tumehamasisha madereva wetu kuhusu mambo ya speed.
During the exercise, members of the public, transport industry players and traffic police officers were also vaccinated against COVID-19. Reporting for Lunchtime News, Amamboi Otiende.
Now let's talk business. Improper use of available technologies and tighter IT budgets are some of the challenges small businesses face in adoption of digital workflow solutions. Experts say that with the experiences of COVID-19 pandemic, 90% of small businesses now prefer digitally enabled remote working solutions, but are still actively faced with technological related barriers that need to be addressed.
An exploratory study of critical success factors for SMEs in Kenya, conducted in 2017, found that 70% of SMEs fail within the first 3 years due to, among others, challenges in accessing capital and market. To navigate these challenges, small businesses are reinventing their operations to save costs and streamline the workflow in order to survive the harsh operating climate.
Integrating different application and building systems which can help them connect with their customers, connect internally with their staffs, and be more collaborative, because as you know, if you get your teams engaged and they can engage with the external, it means your business has a lot of chances of growing.
Experts believe a real-time communication, website and e-commerce hosting are some of the ways that small businesses can adapt in the transition to hybrid remote working if they are to save their businesses from failure.
So how is this possible? We want to create a smooth working environment. This means because of COVID, because of the pandemic, we learned that there's a lot of things that we can do online and even remotely. Before COVID, we all used to go to the office, right? But now, after COVID and the pandemic, we learned that, wait, it's possible to work remotely and also be efficient. So a lot of challenges that organizations have had is the collaboration. How do you work online and remotely and still be efficient, right?
However, SMEs are also wary of experiences from some form of cyber attacks, with 81% of them, according to IT firm Dimension Data, having had to draw new security strategies.
Yeah, in Kenya, you know, there was many things to do. And I guess one of the biggest opportunity that I've seen is enabling the country to have some data residency, national data residency. So Kenya has now an act that can protect your personal identities and your personal information.
Currently, small businesses contribute about 40% to the country's GDP. Alanaoko, Lunchtime News.
Laikipia County has embarked on an ambitious urban renewal program that seeks to upgrade 10 poorly planned towns. The county says the multi-billion shilling project targets to improve roads, sanitation and waste management infrastructure. The county is betting on a 1 billion shilling infrastructure bond and exchequer funding to finance the projects. The urban renewal program is already being implemented in Nanyuki and Old Jabet towns.
According to Laikipia County Deputy Governor John Mwaniki, the Smart Towns initiative seeks to establish people-friendly towns to accommodate a surging urban population in expansive county. Some of the towns targeted in the Smart Towns and Urban Renewal Initiative include Doldol, Naibor, Kalalu, Matanya, Karuga, Salama, Olmoran, Pesi, and Waimuri.
And the main purpose of upgrading these towns is to ensure that the development is happening at Mashinani. We want to create opportunities for businesses to prosper and therefore create jobs for our young people. Yeah, and these towns, when you look at them in totality, we are looking at an investment of almost 1 billion shillings. That's why we have gone to the market to raise a bond for this purpose, what we refer to as infrastructure bond.
The county says the urban renewal program has already created tens of jobs for people working on the different projects like roads, water, lighting, bus stops and social facilities like parks and social halls. The county government has already floated a 1 billion shillings infrastructure bond to support the initiative in an effort to upgrade the towns and create more job opportunities through investments.
The end game is that we can inspire the local business owners within these towns to upgrade their businesses, be able to create opportunities for investments to happen. And this will pay back. from a true economic perspective. You cannot invest like this and then you remain the same place. Even by mere government intervention in the infrastructure itself, the value of land automatically goes up.
However, speaking during an inspection tour of Oljabet town, one of the smart towns, the deputy governor said there were some challenges being experienced in the expansion of road reserve due to public encroachment by private individuals. Residents have welcomed the initiative, saying it will help improve security, business prospects, and the dilapidated drainage and sewer systems. Reporting for Lunchtime News, I am Teresa Mutai.
Kiambu County has injected 42 million shillings into the fish value chain by expansion of extension services in the area. The devolved unit has bought one additional vehicle and 9 motorbikes for extension services in efforts to increase production.
The county government of Kiambu is investing more in aquaculture to boost its contribution to the county's food basket and economy. Kiambu Governor James Nyoro is encouraging the youth to embrace fish farming, noting that it has no hustle since all one needs is just a fish pond and fingerlings.
Sisi tunajua ile kitu ya maana ni wakulima wawe na pesa mfukoni, wasaidiwe ili tutoe ufukara, tutoe umaskini kwa watu wetu na vijana hasa wawe wanaingia kwa upande wa samaki.
Nyoro says the devolved unit plans to construct cold storage facilities once production increase.
Hakikisha tumeweka cold storage kwa soko zetu. Tutahakikisha tutaendelea kuwapea fingerings, tutawapea hizi facilities ili tuongeze ukusaji wa samaki.
Fish farmers have raised concerns about the challenges they face from predator birds that attack their fish in the ponds, urging the government to facilitate them with protective nets and liners.
Hii liner tunaogopa isiharibiwe na predators. Hata mbwa wanataka samaki sana. Iko ndege wengine wanapenda samaki sana. Sasa ile wanakibizana na samaki wakati wa kutoka inararua hii chadarua.
Kiambu County says a pilot fish production project has been enrolled to 16 wards, after which it will be extended to other wards. Reporting for Lunchtime News, my name is Ibak Said.